Crypto.XL. What if I could mention an altcoin that could do a 10x in a relatively short period of time? So the altcoin I'm mentioning now is on the Robinhood chain. It's called What If, right? I'm going to get into the altcoin. I was actually going to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we know what Bitcoin's doing. We're in August. August is usually bearish month, right? August and September is bearish, and we think that it will probably be bearish. During the bearish month, you're going to have slight pumps and you're going to have pullbacks. But Bitcoin is actually looking quite strong, so it's possible that even though we have downside, that we don't have as much downside as we're expecting, maybe 9% downside. Okay, so for the rest of the alts, they're probably going to have some pullbacks. But the reason why I came today to do this video is to talk about what if. What if there was an altcoin that, despite the bearish pullback in Bitcoin, remains bullish and has bullish momentum? What if this altcoin could set you up for greatness, where you get in maybe at a 35 mil market cap, 32 million market cap, and this thing ends up going to 320 million? What if it gets listed in Robinhood and it goes to $1 billion in market cap? What if this altcoin is the new Pepe as far as the returns that you get on your money? Oh yeah, by the way, this is a meme coin. Meme coins are dangerous. You can lose money. Nothing's guaranteed here. So don't put in money that you're not afraid to lose in the market, and make sure you take financial responsibility for yourself, because if this thing has a pullback, a 30% pullback or more, make sure that you are prepared for that. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm not guaranteeing anything here, and I'm not a financial advisor. All right, that all being said, for those of us that want to take the risk by investing in the bear market before the bull market comes, I think having a coin like this in your portfolio makes sense, because again, it has a potential of doing something like what a Pepe did, or what a Dogecoin did in the early days, right? So this thing is up tremendously so far. I believe the first person that mentioned it was Crypto Archie, and shout out to him. He has a lot of great picks, and I think this pick will go down in history as one of the best picks ever. Because this has already done a 500x. So the question would be, why mention something that's already done a 500x? Well, or 600x. Well, you have to look at Pepe, right? Before Pepe and Doge and Shib and all these other coins, these dog coins, went on to do thousands of X's, 5,000x. Before it did that, it did the 500x, right? And the chart in What If and the momentum in What If seems to have the same projection as these early coins. Another thing I've been noticing is, even though Bitcoin has been having these pullbacks, remember, if we look, so this is the What If chart, right? It looks like it's just going straight up, and number one. Number two, it looks like it's on a parabola and it's going parabolic, okay? So which means that the next move could be a huge jump percentage move, meaning that these candles, if you look at the length of the candles are actually getting longer and they're not getting shorter, okay? But let's compare it to the chart of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is on a downwards trajectory, downwards trend, as we on this channel have projected, right? We got out at the top. We literally got in at the bottom in Bitcoin last bear cycle, and we got out near the top this bull cycle before the bear market really kicked in, before these waterfalls. So Bitcoin looks like it's slowly rugging, or it's going down in value, right? And again, I think the 50s for Bitcoin, anything around the 50s is a really good entry point. But Bitcoin's going down, right? This is on the daily, and it's been going down since. Let me get rid of these pop-ups. I hate these pop-ups. More pop-ups. Pop-ups next to the pop-ups. So Bitcoin's been going down since October 2025, and What If came out recently in July. and it's just been going straight up. So this is an inverse correlation with Bitcoin, meaning that what if does not need Bitcoin to be positive for it to be in an upwards trajectory, right? So what if seems to be going up anyway. So what happens if Bitcoin has a pump? Well, what if might end up even going up more? So yes, I have been DCAing on the pullbacks. Again, just be careful. If you're going to DCA, I would DCA in on the pullbacks. But again, I would feel remiss if I did not have what if in my portfolio, because what if this does hit billions of dollars in market cap and I was not along for the ride? I don't think I'd be happy with that, right? So again, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Manage your risk. I'm not saying go all in. Again, it's a meme coin, but I think it makes sense to just have a little of it in your portfolio. And I'm extremely bullish on what if. I'm bullish on the Robinhood chain because the Robinhood chain is early and they have access to not just crypto market investors, they have access to stock market investors. And the stock market investors have more money than crypto market investors, because now we're talking about people with millions and billions of dollars. So we just need a small percentage of these folks to start putting their money into the crypto assets. And obviously Robinhood are going to push Robinhood crypto assets, right? They're going to push that more than, let's say, the Solana chain crypto assets, right? They're not going to be supporting the Solana memes, and the base memes, Andy and Pepe and all, Ethereum memes and all these other memes when they have their own memes. So what if gets listed on Robinhood? Now they have access to the millions and billions of dollars from the stock market, right? And you just need a small percentage, of people who are degen. And let's look at the AI coins, right? AI right now, I said AI coins, the AI stocks. AI right now is having a pullback. So what happens when some of this money from AI goes into Robinhood? Well, it's already in Robinhood. But what happens when Robinhood allows these AI traders to now buy meme coins on the Robinhood chain? These millions of dollars right here could become billions of dollars, So I always think to my mind, in the back of my mind, what if this actually happens? And if it does happen, I want to make sure I have an allocation. So this is actually insurance for me. I want to be insured that if this thing does continue to skyrocket and it becomes the main coin on Robinhood, that I already have an allocation. And, again, Archie brought this to you early, and we have a bunch of influencers now mentioning this coin. This is going all over the internet, and the momentum is rising. It's all over Telegram. It's all over YouTube. And again, we're heading from a bear market into a bull market. So it would be in my best interest to make sure I have an allocation of this thing in case this coin becomes the meme coin of the next cycle. So I want to get in before the billions come. All right. So that's it for me, man. I'm gonna wrap this thing up, but I wanted to let you know that, what if this actually happens? What if it does come to fruition? It's already doing great. It's done phenomenal. I will say it's done a lot better than I've projected. Again, who's going to project a 600x? I mean, most coins don't do that. The momentum seems to be growing. It's not dying. More influencers are talking about it. And the potential for a Robinhood pump, should it be listed on Robinhood, again, this thing could go into outer space. All right. So until next time, I'll catch you. I'll see you around. And welcome to the beginning of the bull market, which we're anticipating at the end of Q4. But what if we're already getting momentum now with select coins? This is Crypto.XL, and I'll see you at the top.